What's up, everyone? It's Flores. I'm an alcoholic in recovery and a hip hop artist. I make music about my fight with addiction and my journey in sobriety. Today, I am hyped to show you guys some brand new gear, the Neumann TLM103 condenser mic and the Aphex Channel Pre-Amp. Although this is used gear, it's new to me. So welcome to Boom Bap Recovery, where hip hop meets recovery. Let's jump straight into a quick montage of this setup. To say I'm excited about this gear is a huge understatement. First up, we got the TLM103 in Pro Audio. This Neumann is pretty much the gold standard, and these mics are famous for tracking crisp, detailed vocals. I've got history with this particular mic. My boy Sounds by EYE let me borrow this mic for a whole year back in the day, and I did not want to return it. It runs about $1,100, and it's worth every single penny. Feeding the Neumann is the Aphex Channel, my first ever piece of outboard hardware. This mic preamp is super dope. Real analog tube transformer saturation, adding weight, body, and warmth before the audio ever even hits the computer. It pushes a rap vocal straight to the front of the mix. So beyond the hype, I'm having better gear to record my next album just makes me so happy, but it also carries a deeper meaning for me. What does this fancy equipment have anything to do with alcoholism and recovery? The short answer is that my alcoholism almost took my life before I ever got to make a video like this. For over 10 years, I would trade away my gear just to get money to keep the party going. So a quick story time. I started my musical career back in 2010, DJing local parties and warehouse events, and that quickly turned into a love affair with making beats in Ableton. I fell in love with production. I moved up to San Francisco, studied sound engineering, and even was part of a hip hop group with Zarky Sounds by EYE, even opened for Kendrick Lamar. But college was where my alcoholism took off. Recording sessions and after parties were surrounded by alcohol and drugs, and that's really where my obsession and my use just took off. I was completely irresponsible. I'd pinch pennies when it came to investing in my craft, but I definitely spent recklessly on booze and weed, and I hid behind the excuse of, I don't need any fancy gear to make good music. Whenever good equipment actually came my way, which it did all the time, the second I ran out of money, I'd sell off some gear and go right back to my budget setup. I kept that cycle going for over 10 years, drinking, making music, and selling gear and doing whatever it took to keep the party going. But the party always ends. I hit rock bottom, my alcoholism nearly killed me, and finally wasn't enough pain to make a change. Doing the inner work taught me to unlearn those toxic habits. Now I can make clear, decisive choices about my creative future and the gear that I will use to get me there. These two pieces of gear represent that shift. Now, after years of tracking on basic budget equipment, I want to show you what the analog shift actually sounds like. We're running a direct A/B test. My Rode podcaster mic going straight into a Scarlett 2i2 up against the Neumann TLM103, running through the Aphex 2 preamp into the Scarlett, bypassing the preamps, just using the digital converters. So let's listen to the difference.
All right, guys, test 1, 2, 3, test 1, 2, 3. This is the Rode podcaster mic. By no stretch of the imagination is this a bad mic. This is an excellent mic for podcasting. You can even record rap vocals with this thing because you can yell into it. You can give it whatever performance you want. You can even make it kind of sexy. This is an amazing microphone. This microphone is only like $100. So if you're starting off and you want something that is versatile, that you can do podcasting with, that you can record vocals with, if you're a rap artist, even if you're a singer, this is a great mic. And it's feeding directly into a Focusrite 2i2, right? Built-in preamps, built-in digital audio converters, right? Great. This is like $250 together. Amazing. But let's check out the Neumann TLM103 and tell me what you guys think, right? Is it worth the $2,000 difference between the condenser mic and the channel strip? You let me know. What is going on, everybody? It's Boom Bap Recovery, and this is test number 1 of the Neumann TLM103 connected to the Aphex channel strip. How do you guys think it sounds? I think it sounds great. Currently have a couple of things flipped on. One is the compressor, which on this unit is amazing. You can throw whatever you want at it and it's gonna make it sound great. For those of you that don't know what a compressor is, it pretty much helps you control dynamic range. So the loudest bits of a performance and the softest bits of a performance, it helps kind of squeeze it so you have a nice, even performance, right? In this case, we're going to be doing vocal performances of some rap music. And we currently have the de-esser turned on. No, not the de-esser. We currently have the gate turned on, right? Let me show you guys the gate. Okay, so I believe it is this one here. So this is with it on. You don't really hear a lot of room noise or ambience. There it is. Got things whirring, just the sound of the room. Here it is, turned on. Gone. There goes that room noise. Absolutely awesome. I love it so far, and we're not done yet. We have some effects to show you guys. So we have the big bottom. Everybody loves big bottoms. We have a parametric EQ, and we have the oral exciter, which is, I believe, is Amphex's own proprietary technology. So let's turn them on. So this is without the effects, and this is with the effects. Do you guys like that? I think it makes my voice sound a little bit more sultry. I like that. Well, that is the big bottom, right? The big bottom is adding a little bit of weight to the lower frequencies of my voice. And then we have a bit of a parametric EQ, cutting things a little bit and making things a little more surgical to help my voice cut through the mix. And we have this oral exciter, which is just adding a little bit of extra love to the higher range of my vocals. So chickadee check, 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Oh, I almost forgot we have a de-esser working. So let me show you guys the de-esser. That's with it off. This microphone is a condenser microphone, so it's going to catch a lot of that detail, especially in those harsh, syllabants, right? Which my voice really does have a lot of those syllabants, right? Some people's voices don't accent those as much. Mine does. So this helps a lot. So this is with it on. Little harsh there. So let's turn it this way. Awesome. You see, it's not as bad. I'm sweating like a pig in here because I'm so excited about this gear. What do you guys think about the Neumann TLM103 going into the channel strip? I think it sounds amazing. Let's play a beat here and see if we can perform a little something. So let's turn a little bit of reverb up. Chickadee check. Chickadee check. Chickadee check. Yeah. Chickadee check. Yeah, I'll play with this later. Let's see. Chickadee check. Chickadee check. Check. Yeah. Yeah. Everybody needs love, everybody needs hope, everybody needs freedom from the reasons that we cope. The feeling gets you high, I ain't talking about no dope. I'm talking about the feeling when we healing from the pain. Ain't no stressing over losses, cause there's power to be gained. Loneliness to willingness, there's purpose in my name. Everybody needs love, everybody needs hope, everybody needs freedom from the reasons that we cope. The feeling gets you high, I ain't talking about no dope. I'm talking about the feeling when we healing from the pain. Ain't no stressing over loss, cause there's power to be gained. Love it. I might have gotten a little overzealous there. Of course, I'm not even done with this. I'm still writing the lyrics, but I'm really excited about this setup here. And I haven't even gotten things dialed in all the way. I'm pretty much exploring this right here and now with you guys. So come with me along the journey to make music about sobriety. My only hope is that it helps other people that listen to it, hip hop heads or anybody in their addiction or anybody in sobriety, that it leads a little bit of motivation or just relates to the music, that helps strengthen their own sobriety, that it touches them, right? That it brings some sort of value to their lives. So come with me on this musical journey. I'm super excited about this equipment. And man, let's do it. It's boom bap recovery. Back to the rest of the video. Hey all, it's Flores a few days after shooting the original footage for this video, because I wanna say one thing, is that make a start. Whether in your sobriety or your creative endeavors or any other goal you may have. I heard it once said that if you wait for the perfect conditions to finally make a start, you're going to be waiting a long time. From my experience in both my addiction and in my musical career, I lost a lot of time, a lot of opportunities to inaction and fear. I'll get sober on this date, or I'll get sober when I land this job, or I'll start releasing music when I have this piece of gear or that plug-in, and guess what? The drinking didn't stop, and the music was never released. You don't have to have expensive gear to make music. You don't need to buy the most expensive foods to start on a health journey. You don't need to have the best camera to take amazing photos, so on and so forth. And you don't need to have all of life's answers in order to make a start in your recovery. You just need to have a dab of faith, a sprinkle of courage, and go for it. I will be leaving links in the description below to free music production software, as well as some links that might help you on your start to your sobriety. So, back to the video.
The difference is night and day. You can hear that analog warmth and the top end clarity right out of the box. I've been writing and producing so much new music in recovery, and I finally have the setup I always wanted to record with. My main goal with making music is simple: to show anyone struggling with addiction that you are worthy of life, a life free from drugs and alcohol. Peace, love, and light to you all. So stay tuned for upcoming videos where I put this gear to work on some tracks for the new album. So if you found this video dope, hit that like button, comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe. So it's Boom Bap Recovery, and I'll catch you on the next one.